How you going, guys? My name's Andrew from Nicholson Contractors. It's my business that I own and run, and I seen that they online there wasn't a lot of videos of the Takeuchi TL6. The only one I could find was Carson's video, and he seemed pretty hum-ha about it. But if you want a different review to mine, you should definitely go check out his, because you'll probably get a bit of a differing opinion. But I'll just flip the camera around here. My brand new TL6R Takeuchi. Literally 20 hours on the clock. As you can see, it's a bit dirty. Just out here at a site today doing a bit of fill just up to the top of these retaining walls. I've come up about 600 already in this back portion, but give you a rough idea. But this thing, seriously, I come from a T590. That's mainly what I've driven. A couple cases, but this thing's definitely a huge standout. I guess the pushing power is probably my favorite thing about it. Like, I'll drive into some of these bigger piles and just knock them over. I don't know if the camera does it justice or not. So unfortunately the other day just got a bit busy, and you know what it's like on a job site, you sort of run out of time a bit and you forget to film stuff. So yeah, anyway, I figured I'd do a bit of a overview now that I'm at home, job's done. You know, I gotta say, like, I'm super impressed with this machine. For the size, it's got a shitload of power. It's got heaps more than it needs. It'll push through pretty much anything that I sort of put in front of it, within reason, you know. It's not, you know, it's definitely no TL12, but yeah, I will say probably my only complaint is when it comes to turning in a very tight radius, you know, sort of turning on the spot. Doesn't really love to do that, but how big of a deal is that? Probably not that much, because, you know, you shouldn't be really spinning around on the spot anyway if you can help it. And yeah, like, admittedly this machine probably is marketed for tighter access sort of stuff, but yeah, I never really take on that sort of work, but the very odd occasion. So yeah, unless you're someone that's working in a very tight space, then it doesn't really matter. And to be honest, there's probably better machines for doing that, you know, like you got your smaller skid steers, probably like a T450 or something small is probably better for that sort of thing. I pretty much got nothing really else to say, other than that. For the bad, I'm extremely happy. I'm sure over time I'll probably pick up a few other things, but I know from talking to the dealer, a lot of people have picked these things up and, you know, sort of driven them for an hour or two and not liked them. And what we're sort of talking about is it's definitely, driving one of these is a lot different to driving a normal skid steer, or posi track, or whatever you want to call it. It's hard to explain why, but it just doesn't quite handle like a normal skid steer. But once you get used to it, you can really do some, well, whatever you want to do with it, it'll do it. I found mainly it's learning to use the 2-speed. Now, I've driven like a lot of T590s, cases and that sort of thing, and I didn't find I touched the 2-speed all that often. But in this thing, it's quite important to be changing between, you know, high and low, depending on what task you're doing. And if you put it in the right thing, it'll do whatever you want. So yeah, that's probably about it, really. Super happy, and gonna try and get a bit more content out there and hopefully show off this machine a bit more. I think it's a brand that definitely deserves a lot more recognition. That's definitely 100% for sure. So yeah, hit that like and subscribe, and hopefully we can get a bit more content up there. Thanks for watching.